This book taught me how to exactly build a website, not just to look good, but to actually work in for me and bring in clients. In this video, I'm going to show you how I built my entire agency website using 7 principles from building a story brand. So, if you're struggling to build your website, this video is for you. I have built websites before, but to be honest, none of them ever felt right. They didn't convert, they didn't feel clear, and I was never confident to launch them. So, I bought this book, and I'm gonna tell you this book is a game changer. This book completely changed the way I approach my website building. And let's start with the common website mistakes that people make. Most people build their website completely wrong. I know this because I did that too. We focus too much on fancy animation, fancy design, and write about ourselves instead of focusing on the people who visit our site. The biggest mistake I made was my website was all about me, what I did, how long I've been doing it for, how long my business has been in the service for. But the truth is, nobody cares. People don't come to your website to learn about you. They come for you to solve their problems. They want to see if you can solve it. That's the only reason. And that's where building a story brand changed everything. It taught me that your website is not about you, it's about your customers. Now, let's get into the 7 principles this book will teach you on how to build your website. The 7 story brand principles I use to build my website. Number 1, a character, your customer. Every great story has a hero, and the first thing is you need to understand you are not the hero of your website. Your customer is. Your job is to clearly show them that you understand their problem and that you have the right solution. Instead of just talking about my website or talking about just me, I made it all about the ideal client. Business owners who struggle to get Google reviews, that's the first thing they see. Not my name, not my service, or not anything about my business. Instead, it's just a clear message that speaks directly to their needs. Number 2, has a problem. People don't buy services, they buy solutions to their problems. So my website had to clearly highlight the pain my clients are facing. On my site, I clearly outlined what's frustrating my customers, bad reviews, and why are they hurting their businesses, making them lose on trust and driving away potential customers. I have to make sure they see the problem before I even mention the solution. Number 3, meets a guide. Now, in every great movie, the hero meets a guide who helps them win. Luke Skywalker had Yoda. Harry Potter had Dumbledore, something like that. And your customers, they have you. But here's the key. The guide doesn't just talk about themselves all the time. They focus on helping the hero. And I positioned myself as the guide. Instead of just saying I'm the expert, I'm the best in this industry, I showed that I understand my customers' pain and I have helped others solve their problems before. So this is very important. In your website, try to be the guide. Try to understand your client. Help them fix their problems, not just talk about yourself and how you're the best in the industry and all that bullshit. You're the guide. Help them fix their problem and show them how to do that on your website. Simple. Number 4, who gives them a plan, a step-by-step solution. If your website doesn't give visitors a clear roadmap, they're not going to take action. People need simplicity. So I created a step-by-step process that shows them exactly how I can help. Now, I made sure my website had a simple 3-step process that shows them how to easily work with me. No complicated journey, just a clear path from problem to solution. Now, for me, I offer reviews. I try to get them ranked higher, get them more reviews on Google so they can be more trusted and get more reviews. On my website, I put the first step is to book a free call. And this free call, I will discuss about their needs and how I can help them. The second thing, second step, a customized solution for them. We don't offer just one solution for everybody. No, we actually understand your website or your business and see what you need and actually make a customized solution. And then I show them. Step 3, we deliver the results. If we don't deliver the results, you don't have to pay us. You only pay us when you see results. These 3 steps, I have put them on my website. Guys, this is important and you need to do this. Do that, put it on your website, and under the last step, put a clear action button. Call, book now, call now, or whatever your action button is. This is very important principle and you guys need to do it. 5, and calls them to action. A strong CTA. Most websites fail because they don't tell people what to do next. This is one of my biggest mistakes. Before reading StoryBrand, I assumed people would just figure out the next step. But the truth is, if you don't ask your visitors to take action, they won't. I placed a clear CTA buttons everywhere. On my site, get started, schedule a call, or request a free demo. Every page reminds them what they need to do next. So let me tell you this important thing. If you feel like you have too many CTAs, which is our action buttons, it's okay. Every segment you're finished with, add the action button. Get a free call, book a free consultation, whatever you guys have. Make sure you have a lot of buttons that make them gets them to know that, okay, if I read this, I know where to take action. I can just click this button. If I want this, I can click this button. This will be easy for the visitor to actually click, instead of just having 1 or 2 and just be like, I hope they click on it. Don't do that, guys, please. Focus on the CTA. Make sure you have a lot of action buttons. This is very helpful, and I did that, and I will show you on my website after we finish with this. But now let's move on to principle 6, that helps them avoid failure. What's at stake? Another thing I learned, people are more likely to act if they know they are losing by not making a decision. My website doesn't just show the benefits of working with me, but it also shows the consequences of inaction. If they don't take action, their business will continue to suffer from bad reviews, low trust, and low customers. That stumble sense of an urgency push them towards to making a decision. So guys, make sure you make them feel like the whole world is gonna collapse. Your whole business is gonna collapse if they don't take action. This is a very important point. All the points that I mentioned are important. Make sure these 7 principles that I'm giving to you right now have them all embedded in your website. But let's move on to the next one. Number 7 ends with success. The transformation. Finally, I needed to show them what success looks like. People need to see the transformation before they commit. So I made sure my website has testimonials and case studies that show how other businesses have benefited from my services. This builds trust and proves that my solution actually works, and when potential clients see others who have succeeded, they feel confident in taking action. Now, many of you are going to be like, but we are just starting out, we don't have free studies, we don't have testimonials. This is a very good point, because I still don't have that either. I just got this information from the book and I'm explaining it to you. But there's a solution to every problem. Instead of offering free testimonials or free cases, offer them something very strong, like you won't pay us until you see results. If you don't like our service, you get full refund at any time. These are actually help them commit to you. And also, if you explain that very well, not write a whole paragraph, but explain it very well, they will understand. Because what I did is I actually gave them like strong deals, like I mentioned. I said, what's so called, if we don't get paid until we see results, there's no long-term contracts. You can cancel your contract at any time. And also, one good thing that I'm doing, I'm gonna do the first thing, I'll try to do my first client for free, so I can get testimonials or study cases that are actually helped other businesses achieve their goal. So if you're just starting out and you don't have none of them, offer strong deals, or you can do it for free to get the testimonials and actually see. And I'm actually doing that. So, but nevertheless, let me show you how I use these 7 principles on my website. Okay, so now we talked about the 7 principles, and now it's time to show you my website and how it's based on those 7 principles. So, first thing is, as you guys can see in the top, I don't have a lot of stuff. I don't want to over exaggerate. I don't want them to read a lot of shit because that's not what they're looking for. I have my social medias where everybody's looking at, obviously, and I actually have a button right there where they can get action. It says a free edit. Now, this is simple. I told you guys, add a lot of buttons. This is one right here. As soon as they see, there's one right here. Now, the first principle was a character, your customer. Me, instead of me just writing the shit all over the place and making them read, I created a 20-second video, literally 20-second, just explaining my customer how I can help them, and it's all about them, nothing about me. And under that, I have another button, get your free 5-star roadmap. Now, this is principle 1. I just made it into a video because I didn't want them to read. Now, principle 2 is has a problem. Now, obviously, they're looking for the problem. I want them to feel like I understand. You see, as you have here, you're struggling with. It's frustrated we get it. It's frustrated, and it talks about it. I try to make it short, not a lot, and make it very simple. And here, let's tell them that it's not their fault. Here, it tells them like it's not their fault, blah blah blah. It's all about them. But this, who has a problem, principle number 2, it's basically, the first thing is the customer, and then you have on the right the internal problem, and then the external problem, and then the physical problem, something like that. But that's like, they get more into it in the book. That's why I'm telling you guys to buy this book. I can't just explain everything, but I'm trying to. So right after that, let me flip the camera. Right after that, I have another button. Now let's move on to principle 3. I think principle 3 is literally what I say. Principle 3, I'm your guide to 5-star reviews. Now, principle 3, you have to show that you're a guide and explain how you can help them. Now, as you guys can see, I have my photo there so they can get more confident and like, okay, this guy's gonna help us, blah blah blah. Now, it just says you deliver great services, but your reviews don't show it. I remind you, this is not about me, it's about them. And then I explain for them, getting more reviews isn't easier than you think. Rank higher on Google, blah blah blah. I have studied. I just said I have studied what businesses, how to business use reviews and build trust. In this, I'm just explaining it to them. And then I have my social media again. And that's it for principle number 3, who meets a guide. Now, principle number 4 was who gives them a plan, his step-by-step solution. Now, as you guys can see, I have a step-by-step solution literally right here. Step 1, free constellation, discovery call. Step 2, custom strategy and implementation. Step 3, hands. And they have this form, they can just fill it. I switched it up from this to those buttons, so they have this. This is so good. You guys need to have the steps, because if they don't see the steps, they're not going to take action. Now, and who calls them to action? Now, as you guys can see, that was principle number 5, who calls them to action. I have action buttons everywhere, and also over here I have like why you will love our system, and I have the great things that they will actually need, basically like free guaranteed results, ethical, hands-on free, long-term contracts, monthly reports. I need to add the one we don't get paid until you see results. And then I have another one which talks about who calls them to action, to stand out, to find more, and they can book a meeting. See, they have my picture again, and they can just book any meeting they want. Now, another thing that I have is these two, to make them feel like I actually want to help them. This is just a free guide, and this is a free video that will get sent out to them. This is some things that I put, so when they click on it, they can just fill out and I get their information, and then I follow up with them later on. Now, let's talk about the principle number 6 that helps them avoid failure. Now for that, I have a warning sign. Now this is very eye-catching because they're gonna be like, what the hell, 3 of these? Let me read why. So this is, I'm telling them, I'm trying to help them. Low reviews, fewer calls, lower ranking. And then I just tell them what happens if they don't take action. This basically all the what happens if they take action, and what happens if they do take action. So if they do take action, they go from being frustration to a star, a business that shines. And basically this right here is still from principle 6 that help them avoid failure. So let me explain this. This and this right here helps them avoid failure. Now for the last one, principle 7 ends with success. Is this right here, from frustration to a 5-star that shines. And then I have another button, and then if they scroll down, there's this. Now guys, keep in mind my website is very simple. Doesn't have all those buttons that you have in the top. Doesn't have a lot of words. I try to make it very simple and short, not a lot of words. And I think I'm gonna delete some because I still think that's too many. I just want it to be simple, eye-catching, and make them actually understand that I feel them. And I actually do, because I studied too many. I studied more than I studied in uni about this. Like, it's crazy. But now I hope you guys enjoyed this small website review, and let's get back into the video. So what's the big lesson here? If your website isn't bringing in any clients, it's not because it looks bad, it's because your message isn't clear. You don't need a perfect design, you just need clarity. And that's exactly what StoryBrand teaches you. If you want to build your website that actually works, and just grab a copy of Building a Story Brand and apply these principles. Or if you want me to personally review your website and give you feedback, drop a comment below and I'll be more than happy to do that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video.